Hello guys, we are back again for the next part of our ribbon embroidery. It's been a while since I've actually picked it up, so I've been a bit slack. I think Corinne's ahead of what I'm doing, so I just continued on with these different colours, and I just did a straight stitch here. Still need to do some French knots and stuff in the middle, but just continued on doing embroidery, and then just got the wool and sort of did stitching it over the top of that, so you can give it a look. And I've just experimented with some stuff here. So what I'm going to show you, I might zoom it in. There we go. If I stay here, hopefully, actually maybe come back out again. There we go. Okay, now I find with ribbon embroidery you can use this stuff, which is just like a normal type ribbon, but I find if you're going to do more intricate work like that, the silk ribbon is better, like this sort of stuff. You can get it in all different sizes. It's more expensive, and if you've got these ribbons, do use them, but they are a bit harder to pull through and to do smaller work. So even though it is ribbon embroidery, I'm mainly using silk ribbons. I do have a few of these bits and pieces I've got left over, but got little packs here and there of ribbons I've bought. So okay, so what I've done here, in this wonderful book, she's got, which is this one, all different types of stitches for leaves and all that kind of stuff, which I really like, and I was quite taken by, I like this. So it's just a fly stitch, and what you do with ribbon, it's exactly the same, especially when you're using silk, because it's nice and fine. So I'm just using my normal chenille 22 because it's got a nice wide nib to put your needles through. So what I do, I'm just working on this. So you start off is you just go down, and then you just go up. So I just want one in the middle just to start that off, and then you go across and up through that hole, and just treat it like thread. And I'm going to do a smaller one here, a bit wider on the other side. So go down and across, go across the other side, fairly close to it, up and then down, across, and coming up here, and you go through that last hole. That's the easiest way to do it, and you have them fairly close together because it's the inside of the leaf. Go down. Now when you go up like that, that indicates where it's going to be. So, and the same here, come up through that last hole, down, a bit shorter on this side, sort of follow the pattern of the fabric. Now this is a fairly long one, so we'll go fairly long. Okay, and maybe one short one. Go, and be short on that side, come in through there, and then to finish it off, we are just going to do a long stitch which will go underneath here. And because I don't have a great deal of this and it's expensive, I like to finish off as in, Okay, where are we? Just going to do a knot. Oop. This way. And I'm going to be stitching over this, so my stitches in the green in the wool will hold that down. So I'm going to do ribbon embroidery in the centers. So if I go across, you know, here, because you got to start at the top, it wastes because I haven't got a great deal, and I want to use this same color to do some of the little highlighting berries as well. Some of them, I'm not going to do all of them, and then this color just seems to work really well. That one's not too bad either. So, and I've got a little bit of a lighty white color. I might even do some in that. So I will, even though it's not completely all in there, I'm going to start it here anyway, because I want it to be similar. So we'll start on the top, we do just one straight in the middle and then off to the side. Okay, going across, I won't go too far, but we go in the middle. And you've got to, sometimes the sides don't have to like match, as in this thing here is a lot smaller on that side, so we'll go next to it, up in the middle, through that last hole, and if you notice, this side's longer, so, which is okay. Do the same here, just working in with what you've got. This is not as long, so we won't go as long through that hole. I mean, if you had this other one, that would be a lot harder to do. So you can do this thread type stitching with silk ribbon. It's actually really quite lovely. Now I'll get a measuring tape out. I think it is, I think that's millimeters. It's not very wide. 1, 2, 3, 4 millimeters, 4 or 5. I think it's 4 millimeters wide. This might be a tad wider. I think this might even be a 5 millimeter one, or a bit longer. No, nearly, it's 8. So that's how when you go to buy them, and Etsy stores have got them. And I got some from my local quilt shop as well. Yeah, but definitely this is, now that is, I'm going to go further over because that's where that is, and this, it's not here, but we're just going to create it just like we did on the top. Okay, now once I finish this, I will continue off camera to do more of them. I'll show you. I've got some other stuff dog-eared in the book that I've got. Some really nice cute little things in there. Oh, gotta go under. Like, love this one. It's only a small one. I love these dragonflies. I think they are gorgeous. So I might maybe put one there. You know, I might even put something here. I'm not sure whether this is upside down or not. I think it might be. I think it might be this is the way it goes. But when I was working on it, I put it that way. So I could probably put something there or there. But okay. But and what else did I doggy? Oh, they had these beautiful roses. Got roses, and you do a chain stitch rose. You just do 3 knots in the middle, and then you use this and do a chain stitch. So there, you know, it's with this nice silk ribbon, you can just use it like you do normal stitches and do the same things underneath. Okay, now sometimes if it seems a little flat, you just go underneath it with your thing and jiggle it. I might just come in and go down on that part. There we go. And that's another one done. So I will come in with, where are we? I think maybe this one. No, probably a darker one. Maybe that one. I think the wool is better. Yeah, see, that works. And then I'll just stitch in between. I've got the other one too. I might as well leave that out. Good contrasting. So I also got this given to me by Joy when I got my Happy Mail, and I think it goes really nice. So maybe that might go there or here. I just really like it. I think it might. I might just stick it across here. Well, it is ribbon after all. Just add it as a little feature, or I can cut them off and just have them sitting in between on the little bits and pieces, because that looks like that's sitting on there, doesn't it? Actually, it does. So we'll see, but it's very fray, so you've got to be really careful whether I put it in one go or not. Okay, now enough going off on a tangent. Okay, I'm just going to loop it, and like I said, when I do the stitching of the wool, that will hold that down, but it's pretty good. It's not going to come undone. That's one thing. Once you do it, put a knot in it, it's pretty fast. So now what I'll show you quickly is how easy it is to get some French knots. So I'm just going to, I usually like to do colonial knot because they seem a little bigger. Pull it down. There we go. So I might do the second one, and then we're going to go, because that's a bit bigger, we'll double that one. Okay, and that'll end up going through where I've got it, so I don't mind that because it will hold it down. Okay, now we'll go across here. This is where you go across a bit because you do waste it a fair bit. Just one colonial knot. You can do a French knot, whatever you prefer. I just think colonial knots turn out a little bigger, which is that figure 8. Go across. I'll show you. What I probably should do is do the embroidery of the actual. So you go, you get your thing out and you go like that. You go underneath, around, and then down, not in the same hole. Okay, I'm going to go across up here. See how quickly it chews it up? One, so underneath, over, down. Okay, we go. Probably do one more over here. Underneath, over, and that's a big one, so I'm going to do a double. Now I have a technique that I use to get as much as I can out of these things. So, okay, so I'll go over, take that out, and get one last one. Do that, hold that down, and then we're going to put it through. There we go. And that's what it looks like on the other side, and we managed to get one more. I don't think I'm going to get another one, but I will. There's not a great deal left. Hold it. There we go. Okay, so yeah, see, it really does give it that real 3D chunky look. Now what I'll do is this darker colour with the wool, and even though this is ribbon embroidery, I am going to use some wool because it's just doing embroidery techniques. And so what I'll do is I'll just come in that leaf, okay. Now you can use these same techniques with your own bits and pieces. So just do a bit of a straight stitch, or like a backing stitch, so it's almost a bit like this, but we're not going to need a great deal. Just filling in the gaps. I'll probably do a little bit more here because there's not a great deal of that colour. Okay, so you extend how you want it, and because it's wool, it's going to be a nice quick don't pull it too tight. It'll be a nice quick one. This way we can augment using not using all the threads. There's a little bit of a thing here. I might come in and sort of tuck it a little bit under like that. There we go. That way when it comes up here, this is why working with this fabric and having pre-existing pattern on there is just so much easier if you've never tried this, you know, like the ribbon embroidery, because you don't have to think too hard. It's like colouring in, and then once you feel a bit more confident, then you can do your own designs like it is in some of the books. So, and now it's going to be matching that because it's got the wool there as well. So I'll do a small one here, coming in just here, lining it up. There we go. There's not a great deal of green here, so I'm just going to add it to make my leaf a little bigger. Make it look more like a leaf. Okay, in the middle, and then I'm going to go down here and bit in that white. Okay. Okay. Just be careful not to pull too tight. I don't think it'll work too well if you pull it too tight. Now with these here, I'm really tempted just to do wool, but this is ribbon embroidery, so you know, got to figure out a way to try and do. I want to cover up that purple part there, so I'm just going to do a couple of stitches. Okay, I might even do the old fly stitch. Boop. To come down, and then I'm going to fill in that part. Okay, here we go. Just to sort of give it that little piece underneath that flower, and then I will proceed to go back up this way. Okay, feels weird because you're going backwards, but you just use the pattern as you go. Actually, I might leave that black and stitch and have that black as a bit of a highlight. Sometimes it's not always good to stitch over something, so I'll do the same in that one. Go up here, let the fabric work for you. Okay, keep that black in. Go on the top. On this one it might be a little bit hard to keep the black in, but we'll see how we can go. And I'm going to come down here a little bit, like that. So I feel that it needs something coming in from here, so I'm going to create something where there's nothing. That's the beauty of, you know, stitching. It's your piece, you can do what you want with it. So that's how that's been coloured in. I'm going to go back down underneath and come back up here, because we need to start going down. There we go. So I would now go up this way. So, okay, well, you know, get the drift of what you need to do there. So I'll stop here. It's hard to stop when you know you're on a roll. Okay. So I'll take that out now. So I really love the way that that's really raised that and given that 3D. Can you see it from an angle? Really nice 3D. Okay, so what I would like to do, so I'll continue on just doing French knots. So I'll probably do just a straight stitch in here with some of this thread, whether it might be better using the lighter one. So because it seems a little lighter. Then I'm seeing in this book, where are we? The roses. I wanted to do, I got looped roses. Was it in this book, or I think it might have been in the other book? And how you do the loops. Where's the loops? I like that look, and it says, there we go, ribbon loop stitch. So you put a pen or something in there to give it that real loopy look. Where's that ribbon embroidery again? Because I quite like how it's sort of looped like that, but then part of me is like, do I want to do it like that, or I just do some fly stitch, or is it lazy daisy stitch for the buds and stuff? So lazy daisy is easy enough, but that looped one I needed to get a bit of an idea of how I did that. Now I really don't have this colour, so I'm thinking maybe I can use this, but I'm really going to have to cover it. Does it go with that? It does. So this is a little bit wider. So all else fails, you read instructions. What does it say? It says bring the ribbon to the surface work at A, which is here. Then you put it in at B, and then you put a pencil or a straw. Remove the pencil or straw once the ribbon is taut. Repeat for the next loop. Secure the ribbon on the wrong side. Oh, on the wrong side. So if we do make a series of loops. Okay. See, there you go. Now, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. I might hold it down on this side. Or I can just do these ones again, because it is nice and wide. You come in, and we can try a loop, but then you come in at B, go like that. You know what I think is going to be better? Doing a series of lazy daisies, which will give us this look. Maybe. Okay, sometimes you just got to figure out what you need to do. Now, so we come in, then go in next to it and bring your ribbon up where you want to go. Okay. not always easy. I mean, this is a silk ribbon. It would be really hard to do this technique with, have I gone through hang on a minute. I think I've gone through the thingy. So what I'll do is I'll go back through the whole, not creating another knot because I have not allowed enough space. I need to find out where this one is. That's the end one, because it is. There we go. I think if I get that one out, I might be winning. See, this is what we do. We show you warts and all. Oh, seriously. At least you know what not to do. Just trying to get that. This one. Come on. No, that's not it. That's not it. Maybe it's this one. Nope. No. Aha! There we go. Oh, that wasn't hard, was it? So make sure that you know, you leave it up so that this bit doesn't catch. So lazy daisies usually end up being like this. Okay, I'm going to put it particularly close together. Okay, we'll try that again. And I'm going to leave a bit so it makes a bit of a point. So what we'll do is we'll go down here. Okay, then we go like that, and we go next to it fairly close, go up where you want to come out. Be really careful not to go through that part. Okay, then get this, go around. I wanted to have it sort of like have a loopy effect, but not that loop thing I was doing, because I want it to look like a flower. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yeah, this technique would be almost nearly impossible with that other ribbon. It's hard enough with silk ribbon. Okay, see how I wanted to give it that real, you know, 3D. And so we're going to stick it up here. I think the reason why it's hard is because this piece that I've got, I've joined together, and I'm trying to cover that. So now we'll go back here, and in order to hold some of these down, I'm going to you know, stitch. So we're going back up this way. Yeah, I like that. There we go, we got it in the end. Okay, so we're making it a little bit longer because I sort of want the peaks. Okay, next to that, and because it's a wider ribbon, it really fills in pretty quick. So we're going to go to about there maybe. I think I prefer this colour to the colour that's underneath it. But I think it might help with the darkening of the actual. Now this, I won't go out to the top as much. I'll want that to come in because it is rounding off. So you can have it so it goes in, you don't see it, or you can make it as a feature. Okay, hope this is making sense, people. Okay, back again we go. So don't mind that it does tend to loop, but that's okay. Gives it that nice look. So next to it, as close as you can go here, around, pull it up. Oh, love it. Love the way it gives you that real, and then I'm going to go sort of more in down, and I don't mind that it's not, you know, I don't want it tight. Okay. Now, what I might do is come back with some thread and highlight, you know, like I might come in through there and then to sort of give it that flower look. Okay. Chop a bit higher. Go around. Yep. I think that's probably why I was having trouble, because it might have been picking up going through the ribbon underneath. Okay. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, here we go. Haven't done it tight enough. Ah, yeah, see? That's okay. I'll pull through that anyway. Okay, now back down. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay. Go next to that, a bit shorter. So it gets done pretty quick. That's good. Okay, I don't know how long this video is going. It's probably taking a while. I'll just finish this off. Might be able to get one more out of this, and then I'll check to see where we're going, and we will be back next Tuesday to do some more other things. I'll probably do some of the little critters next week, I reckon, because I want to do stuff behind the scenes. I think this will be the first video that I've done in these techniques that's going to probably have a 4-parter. You know, it usually tends to be they've been 3-parters. Okay, oh, that's okay. It's okay. It's not sitting exactly how I want it, but we will manipulate it. This is the one time that manipulation is okay. Now, what we're going to do a knot. If you don't like doing knots, you can leave it and just come back and hold it down with just a bit of a thread, but it doesn't bother me, so that's going to go underneath. So for the next one, that will cover. Now that's not going to go undone on me. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, let's look. 39 minutes. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. So this is what we've done with this. Just a fly stitch, straight stitch, and it's a little bit wider, this one. So that's probably one of the maybe the 10 mil. Look, we'll check. Not quite 8. That's made a little bit bigger. And as I didn't have this colour, I'm just working with what I've got, and that's what you can do because you don't see it. And I think maybe that colour underneath is darkening that up a bit. So yeah, so I'll finish that off, and I'm probably going to go back and do some French knots with wool. Same here and here, and I'll go here and here. I might even come in to, okay, this is my pen here. See how they've got this, she's got this here, so I might even utilize that so you only see that little bit of white. Yeah, see, that's what they've done here too. So so I'll come in like that over the top of that. Okay guys, well, I'll catch you in the next video. I hope you've enjoyed this and learned something out of it, and because it's already existing, it is easier than what you think it is. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.